is being a completionist collector, meaning you want to get every copy of a certain run, whether it be every newsstand, every direct issue, every variant cover. Is that a disease or is that a fun part of the hobby? Hey YouTube, it's Matt here, and this is my first video that I've done in a while, and I'm glad to be back on the YouTube screen platform, whatever you want to call it, but I'm glad to be here. Anyhow, this is a legit question. Collecting. I do believe that all of us have a little something special about us that makes us collect comic books, or whatever it is. Some people collect fine art, some people collect fine wine, some people collect pretty much anything under the sun. But guys, there's something special about comic book collectors. Because some of us just hunt for grails, and we want the big books, and we want to make splash purchases. Some of us love to read a story, and we just want the run, and we don't care what order, whatever, we just want to read the books. Some of us, this is one of them, likes to collect every variant cover of a book that they are collecting, that I am collecting. Well, I got a really cool run so far, and it's a complete run. I might be the first person, other than the publisher and maybe the author, who has a complete run of the entire series. So, I am talking about the Doug Bratton written, the Delia Gunderson drawn, the Reggie Collects produced book called Isolation. It's a wonderful tale, and it's a very, I've had a video about it in the past. If you want to go back and look at it, I did a non-spoiler review of this book. Now I'm going to do a lot of the covers, not a lot of them. I'm going to do all of the covers that are available. Now, I do believe I have them all. I do believe I even have some that maybe no one else can hunt for realistically, but I don't know. Who knows? Whatever. But what makes this so fun is that I know the author. I know the publisher. I've never met Delia Gunderson. One of these days, Delia, I'm going to be at a signing. Our paths are going to cross. And I'm going to tell you in person what a fabulous job that you did on this book. But to no further ado, let's start talking about this book, Isolation. Isolation is the brainchild of the Doug Bratton. Doug is better known because of his great big brother Dave, okay? So little brother Doug has written this book, okay? This is a cover done by Delia Gunderson. Now, there are 2,900 there's 2,900 print run for this cover A, okay? Now, I have one, and maybe I'm showing something I shouldn't show. I don't know if this page has ever been published before, but I think it has. This is the same book, but it had the cover written off or ripped off of it because it wasn't necessarily a 9.8. It's a great reader copy that was given to me by Soldier Publishing whenever I ordered this. Now, what I do kind of like about this, you got a hip comic advertisement on the back. This is a very high quality book. In fact, these pages, this is one of the best comic books you will find out there. And there's fans of a certain publisher that are really upset with the paper quality that they are putting out there, especially with the prices that they charge. We all understand the 12-cent comic books that were on newspaper print. We get that. But when you are paying $7, $8 for a book that's not anywhere near as high quality as this book, it's going to make you wonder, wait, what are they doing? So, anyhow, that had a 2,900 print run. Here's my second copy of this same book, okay, the same cover. This is still the A cover of Isolation. Now, again, this was done by Delia Gunderson. Now, Edgar Del Real, okay, he did this fabulous cover. Now, guys, people that friends and subscribers and followers of this channel know that I'm a huge Conan guy. In fact, I think there's a statue right up here above my finger. Anyhow, one of the early artists of Conan was Frank Frazetta. This is an homage to a very famous Frank Frazetta painting called The Death Dealer, okay? Love this cover, okay? Mainly because it's a Frank Frazetta, homage. Love the art, but the story's also good. So that is cover B. Now, that book, it actually is limited to a 750 print run. Not very many of this. Now, this one, cover C, Trade Dress. And I'm looking down because I have the print run written down. This is the C cover. This is also done by Delia Gunderson. This, believe it or not, only has a 300 print run. Not many copies. It's kind of cool whenever you can collect a comic series and get all the variants, especially when you know what the print run is. Because you start to realize there's only so many people that are able to collect all of these comic books. So I think that there will be others, okay? But I do believe that I am one of the first that has that nice full run. Now, this book, okay? This is another one where it's Edgar Del Rio. This does not have the trade dress. Limited to 100, but only Patreon members to the Reggie Collects YouTube channel. Well, I'm kind of happy that I have one of 100 because not many people do. Only 99 total. Well, that's really not entirely true because I have 2 copies of this. And I did a little drug deal with somebody else who was at a con. I traded them 2 of these other Patreon exclusives for a book that I will show you a little bit later, okay? So 1 in 100 of that. Now, this is the triple signed cover E exclusive. This is a foil cover, okay? Now, this is the same art that is in cover A, but my gosh, does this foil cover pop? Guys, I'm not a foil comic book cover fan. Listen, the 90s was an amazing decade. I wasn't a big fan of the comic book art of the 1990s. That being said, I was alive in the 90s, but I was not much of a comic book collector. This is one of the very few times, and there have been a couple of others, that I just absolutely love the foil. Now, I can see as I move this, the colors are just electric, and they pop on the foil. This is one of those books. It looks a lot better in person than it does on camera, but it's still looking pretty darn cool on camera. Now, this is triple signed. I have another one. I have a little manufactured variant. I have the 0 signed copy of cover number E, or number. Is E a number? Of cover E, okay? So, no signatures on here. Super great art. Delia Gunderson completely outdid herself. Now, this is the book that I was talking about that I made a little drug deal. I traded 2 comics, the Patreon only exclusives, for one of these. Now, this book, this was only sold at a con. This, in fact, San Diego Comic-Con. And there's only 400 of these, okay? Now, you can see Reggie signed down here and Doug Bratton signed right here. 400 of these copies. Now, a really good friend of mine here in the comic book community is a comic book artist and has done some fantastic art. He did cover G. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what the print run of this is. Steve Kanye, who is a subscriber to the Reggie Collects YouTube channel, did this cover. Fantastic art on this, amazing. Love it, okay? Steve, honestly, you really outdid yourself whenever you did this cover. Now, guys, Comic Tom, who is a giant in the YouTube comic book community, he has a monthly mail call where if you are a subscriber to that mail call, you get some comic books. Now, what he did was, in all of his mail calls, he slipped a comic book, that month's version, This is a variant cover of the same book, of the same isolation. This is the Comic Tom Mystery Mail Call. Now, a lower print run, a variant of a variant, if you will. This being a variant, this being the variant of this. I know, it gets confusing when you're a completist. Now, this is a lower print run of Isolation in the Comic Tom Mystery Mail Call, okay? Now, there is another book out there that's hard to get, that I don't have yet, but I will get it. There was going to be a first 25 sticker put on some of these books. I don't know how I'm going to get it. It's not a different one, but it's a sticker on top of a book. Somehow I'm going to get my hands on one of those books. But guys, I love having this disease of comic book collecting and being a completist where I need to have a full run. And my full runs get goofy because I want to have every variant of that run. But you know what? This is a hobby. This is meant to be fun. I absolutely enjoy tracking down variant covers, and it's part of my enjoyment. So guys, I hope you like this video. I hope you like this channel. If you do, hit a thumbs up on the video. Hit that subscribe button down below. And guys, put a comment so that we can have a conversation about your style of collecting. Guys, I want to thank everybody for watching, and you have a great day.